Hey guys, I am back with another video. Well, we're back with another video. Will I say hey to the people? Hey people! Make sure you like and subscribe to this video if you're new here. And I'll also leave all of my information in the description box below. And if you're interested in these DIY lash extensions, then go on my website and order those. And also, if you're interested in these clip-in hair extensions, then I'll leave the Amazon link below as well. Because, yeah, get into it. It's tea. But yes, so today's video is about regulating your nervous system and how regulating your nervous system is the key to manifesting your desires. Okay? Because you cannot actually manifest anything if you are not in the state of receiving it. When you are in a state of survival mode and trying to protect yourself and your nervous system is irregulated, then your body is working 10 times as hard to protect yourself and make sure that you're safe. And it does not have the energy to try to receive anything else. You literally don't have the capacity to receive anything because you're too busy working, trying to make sure that you're safe and okay. So in order to get in that like flow state, in that abundant state where things are just coming to you and you don't have to work for it, you're just receiving in that receiving mode, then you have to ground yourself, okay? You have to calm your nerves. And I know it's super hard, especially if you have anxiety. I get it because I used to be a big ball of just anxiety and, anxiousness and nervousness, and like it was a mess, okay? And I got tired of living like that because I felt like I couldn't function. I felt like I literally couldn't breathe. When you have anxiety, you're literally holding your breath. It's hard for you to relax. And so when you're having all that pent up energy literally in your chest, then you are sending that signal out that you're not safe. Your body is not safe. You got to protect yourself. So the fastest way for me to ground myself is to meditate. Really calm your mind, cut out distractions, ground yourself. You can even go outside. The best way is to go outside with your feet on the ground and just observing the energy. But if you don't have time to do all that, you're out somewhere or something, literally just take a couple seconds to calm your mind and relax. Breathe. The number one way to help with anxiety is to breathe. And I learned actually from COVID, because when I had got COVID, I could not breathe through my nose or my mouth. So I was forced to learn how to breathe through my esophagus, which is like the stomach area. So you literally breathe, you pull that breath from your stomach up through your chest, out of your mouth. You are putting all of that air into all of your body. So it's not constricted, because when you're not breathing, you're constricting yourself from letting the energy flow through you. So you're not going to be able to receive that currency, okay? The energy that you're trying to manifest something. So for example, if you are trying to manifest money and you're in a lax state of mind, you're in survival mode. You're like, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my bills. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I have to survive out here. Your mind cannot process receiving anything else because your mind is too busy trying to make sure that you can pay these bills. But you don't realize that when you're in that anxious energy, you're repelling opportunities from coming towards you because they sense that anxious energy from you. They sense that desperateness from you. Okay? So just for an example, say you are short on a bill and it's going to get cut off, tomorrow. You need this money today, so you can make sure you pay it today. You are super anxious. You are going around, begging people, asking people to help you. And that repels people because they can sense, this desperateness from you. And honestly, it's just psychology. People do not like to help desperate energy. They don't like to help people who are desperate and don't want to help themselves. There was a study on this that, people will walk around like homeless people, and people would ignore the homeless people. They would not give them any change or anything. But someone who looked wealthy walked by and they were like, oh, I left my wallet at home. I'm short on this. Like, can you just give me $1 for whatever? They would give it to them because people trust people who are more, confident, who are more reassured with themselves and who are actually trying. People would rather give their money to somebody that they know is trying than a homeless person, because psychologically you feel like the homeless person doesn't deserve it because they're not trying, to get it. And, it doesn't make it right or wrong or, whatever, but I'm just saying this is how the human mind works. So you have to apply that in your life. You have to get out of that begging energy, that homeless energy, that desperateness. You have to get in the state of flow that, I'm okay, I'm protected, I'm grounded, I am worthy of receiving this. And it's hard. I'm not going to just lie and just act like it's super easy to just ground yourself and just get out of being anxious, because this is something that I've been working on for years. It's still a journey. I've definitely gotten way, 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 better at regulating my nervous system. But this has been an ongoing journey. So do not beat yourself up if it doesn't happen overnight. You're going to continue to have to work on it day by day. And if you have actually been through something traumatic, then your brain has literally been rewired into a survival state of mind, because your mind is literally trying to protect yourself. If you've been through something traumatic, your mind is going to automatically think that everything is trying to attack you. Okay, even if it's not, even if it could just be something like simple, like say a marketer comes to your door and they're trying to sell you something, but say you got robbed. Like, you are going to be on edge for any type of person that approaches you, because your nervous system is trying to protect you, because it keeps on remembering that last situation that happened, even though it has nothing to do with this current situation. So you have to actually rewire your mind, and you have to do it in that moment. So, say you've been robbed and, now you're just super paranoid anytime somebody approaches you. And now you have this random stranger coming up to your door, knocking on your door. You have to, instead of, normally you would get anxious and, either clam up and not even answer the door, or you might have a reaction, call the police, like, show up with your gun at the door, like, whatever, trying to protect yourself. So instead of doing that, if you're rewriting your new story and you're trying to reprogram your mind and calm your mind so it's not anxious, then you have to, like I said, ground yourself in the moment. You have to kind of talk to yourself, and you have to do it kind of fast, but just in your mind, be like, this is a complete different situation. We're not going to freak out, it's fine. Everything's fine. And you just have to go about things differently if you want different results. So then that's training your mind that, okay, it's safe here. We're safe. I can receive this thing. It's okay. I don't have to protect myself. I don't have to guard myself all the time. And I honestly don't remember if I brought this up in the beginning, because I tried to record this video earlier and I just kept having issues. So I feel like I'm regurgitating like the same information. But what I was getting at is that, we always say that feeling is the secret with manifestation. They always say, like, you have to feel it. If you're trying to manifest money, you have to feel like you're rich, even if you're broke. And it's hard because you may have never come from money and you don't even know what that feels like. But you have to imagine what that would feel like for you. You would have to imagine waking up carefree. You don't have to stress about bills anymore. You don't have to worry about, a list of things you got to do. You don't have to worry about hustling and grinding and, sacrificing and doing all these things. You don't have to. You just wake up with ease and abundance and you just live your life and you're free and you're happy. Even if you never felt that, you have to envision that in your mind. Close your eyes. And this is what I mean by meditating. Like, close your eyes, be in a calm, quiet room. You can listen to meditation music if you want, but no music at all. Like, just silence is the best because you're alone with just your thoughts. It's just you and God. And that's when you can really hear God talk to you. And it's hard in the beginning because your mind is going to want to bring up a million thoughts. And it's hard to actually just shut up. Like, okay, just be quiet so I can hear God talk to me. But the more you do it, the more you practice, and the more you just let it happen, then you're going to start relaxing. Another way is it's like a senses thing. If you're super anxious and nervous and, you just can't calm down, a way to calm down is to do the sense test. So use your 5 senses. Once you're realizing, you're aware that you are anxious, start looking for things like, okay, I see a tree, focus on the tree. It feels warm outside. I hear the birds chirping. I'm touching the ground. Okay, so when you are using your senses to do all these things, you don't have time, your mind doesn't have time to think about problems. It doesn't have time to focus on negativity or an issue or a threat because you're too busy observing other things with your senses. So that brings you back to, a grounded state of mind. Another way is like using water. If you are super anxious and having like a panic attack, you can like throw some water on your face. That will literally reset your nervous system. It's going to wake you up and get you out of that panic mode. Like, these are little subtle things that you can do that will help you in the moment. But yes, y'all, I'm telling you, once you have a regulated state of mind, you can think clearly. You can, see the opportunities and things. Because when you're in that, nervous energy, you can't see opportunities because all you are thinking about is the negative side of things. Like, oh, I've been robbed before. I'm a victim. I'm a target. They're going to come after me again. You're not thinking that, oh, this is a salesperson and, I really needed a new lawnmower. And now here they are, offering you a lawnmower. But you couldn't see that opportunity because you're just too anxious, too nervous. And yeah. I'm just going to leave that there. I might make a deeper video, like really going more in depth if y'all want, a little more of an explanation on how to apply this and how to really help you regulate it. But I just wanted to introduce this idea to you guys because a lot of times we don't really understand the scientific reason as to why we act the way we do or the things are happening in our life. Or why we're getting, negative results or, whatever. And it's small things like this. Like, I'm telling you, my life has completely changed ever since I learned how to manage my anxiety. So this is really just a gift to you guys. Like, this is just something that, even if I don't ever get monetized from YouTube, Like, I wanted to start making these videos to help somebody because it helped me. And yeah, like, I know I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't start working on my mindset and working on managing my emotions and my, anxiety and depression and like all the things, right? So start working on your mental health and get clear about it, because when you are in a abundant state, in a receiving state, then you will get what you want. You're going to start manifesting what you want, and it's going to go in your favor. But the more you stay in that pessimistic mindset and the woe is me and the victim mindset, and it's not enough for everybody out here, and it's so oversaturated, and it can never be me, it's for them. If you stay in that state of mind, that is what you're going to get. Okay? So let's do things differently this time. Let's regulate our nervous system. Let's get over all of this anxiety. Let's just live a stress-free life, and let's just receive all of God's desires, okay, that is meant for us. Let's go create our dream life, okay? This is what my channel is about. And if you made it to the end of this video, then drop me a rose, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And then we will see y'all on the next one.